Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Nicole Safely with the Relentless Networking Showcase. And this morning I have Zain with us, and he and I are going to talk through his experience as a development leader and manager, and really how he helps to kind of optimize and maximize the work of the teams that he works with. Zain has spent hundreds of hours doing code reviews for well over 300 projects. He's experienced in languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Redux, Ruby, and Ruby on Rails. And he's an accomplished UI UX designer as well. He's worked in an Agile methodology and really works with users to understand their requirements, communicating with clients from different countries. I think Zain said he's worked with developers and users in 50 different countries or more to really implement pixel perfect design and development. He holds a degree in computer science, and he spent 1,400 plus hours. I don't even know how you calculate all of this, Zain. You must have a computer program doing this for you. But 1,400 hours working remotely with developers from 50 plus countries. Zain's key strengths are effective communication, being a team player. He's a fast learner and he loves trying new things. And as far as what you can ask him about, certainly front-end development is right in his wheelhouse. Database, backend development, and of course, UI, UX design. Zain, welcome to the Relentless Networking Showcase. I would love to have you just share kind of the highlights, what's brought you here to this point, a little bit of your experience and your background, if you will.
Thank you so much, Nicole. I just started in 2016 when I got admission in computer science, BS computer science, and then I graduated in 2020 after 4 years, and then I started looking for the job. But after 3 months, I got exhausted and found an ad on LinkedIn about EdTech company, which is Microverse. They were offering a full stack web development course, which lasts for 1 year almost. So I just joined it because in Microverse they help you in gaining experience in full stack web development, and also they prepare you for the job. And that's what I did. And after 1 year, I finished my full stack web development role, a sorry, the course, and now I'm searching for the job. I have applied for more than 300 jobs and got few rejection as well.
A
That's what
few
I'm doing
rejections.
right now.
We're all in that space with you, my friend. It's a crazy job market right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, we're going to change that. We're going to change that through our relentless networking. And I would love to learn a little bit, what kind of companies are you looking for? Like when you think about, that ideal, what is it that you are seeking?
I'm looking for a product-based company where like I could enhance my current skills, and grow as a full stack web developer.
Cool. And I come from the IT space as well. I'm an Agile coach. And so having that full stack developer on an Agile team is so critical, right? Because you're going to streamline that delivery. Talk to me a little bit about when you say full stack, where are your specialties? Like, where do you find yourself, and what do you bring to the table?
Like in full stack web development, I mostly like the front end part, React and managing the UI state. And in backend, if you talk about Ruby on Rails and SQL, SQL, you can say these things. But I like the front end part, like building the front end stuff, the UI, and the UI UX design in Figma.
Okay, so you've used Figma before. That I've not
Yeah.
actually designed in it, but worked with teams, that definitely use that. Have you done any kind of usability testing and things like that? What's your experience on the UI UX side? What's your approach to that?
Like I have worked as a freelance designer, UI UX designer on Fiverr. So I have experience in like gaining what the clients, the requirements, like after finishing the design, like doing the A/B testing and
Mhm.
what the user requirement, designing the pixel perfect stuff, something like that.
Yeah. Have you, what kind of tools have you used for A/B testing?
Like not that particular, like I don't have any degree in UI/UX designing. It's just my, uh, I I like learning about the UI/UX stuff. That's what I don't have any professional degree in UI/UX, but I have a degree in, the full stack web stuff.
Yeah. I didn't either. I got on my first project right out of school, kind of like you. And they brought me in too early as a Java developer. So that's where I started diving into, at the time we called it usability test design and testing, but Jacob Nielsen was kind of my hero. And, when you see things, designed poorly, even out in the physical world, it starts to drive you really nuts. I don't know if that's your experience too. Once it's like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. Does everything kind of pop up at you? Do you have that mindset?
Like many times, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's
So, what kind of, I love to kind of pick people's brains and how they learn best. What are some of the last books that you've read? What's the last book you read, and what was the impact for how you do your work?
like right now I'm reading the system design by uh, but I don't know, forget the author's name.
That's okay.
It's about
So,
the systems and like, yeah, how you grow the system of, a software, something
mhm.
like that. And
Anything in there that stands out for you right now?
like I was just curious in the systems and things. I'm not looking for the job in it, but mostly, uh, I'm looking for the JavaScript, uh, reading about JavaScript and creating content about Java. That's what I'm doing nowadays.
Got you. So when you are looking for this next opportunity, would you say you're more of a team player or individual contributor? Like, where do you find your sweet spot of being able to kind of exercise your genius?
In Microverse, we were mostly doing the pair programming thing, like working in a team environment. So I'm used to it. So that would not be an issue if I work in a team environment.
Yeah.
Mostly, I like doing the solo work as well. So there's no issue if it's a team or solo work.
Okay. I love it. What did you find? What was your experience with pair programming?
It's sometimes you face conflicts,
Yeah.
like yeah, the other person is not agreeing with you, and sometimes you're not agreeing with the other person. That
Uh-huh.
happens.
So how
So
did
you
you
have,
overcome that?
like, we have the one person have to, uh what you say, uh make someone agree on particular topic, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When I
It
started
was,
as a developer, I was on an XP team and we did everything was paired. And so we'd have a rule, you got 10 minutes. Even if I didn't agree with where you were going, you get 10 minutes, let's go down your path and then we'll see where we end up, and having that back and forth and that give and take. How did you implement code reviews in your pair programming environment? You mentioned that you've done a lot of code reviews.
yeah, I'm currently working as a code reviewer at Microverse. It's a part-time job, and during the Microverse bootcamp, we had few activities about code reviews. Like in pair programming, they submit their project to me for a code review, and I submit my project to them for a code review, and we give code reviews to each other.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
Deanna was talking earlier about continuous improvement. I would imagine that's part of that code review process as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. What do you like to do for fun, Zane?
So your voice is breaking. I couldn't
Oh,
hear you.
sorry. What do you like to do for fun?
For fun, I'm kind of introvert and don't go outside. I just spend some time on social media and on YouTube mostly.
Social media, YouTube, any channels that you subscribe to that you would recommend?
They are mostly politics because I live in Pakistan and some things are happening very bad and I'm actively following the politics thing.
Kind of watching what's
Like
happening.
versa.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
So living in Pakistan, are you eligible to work in different countries? Do you have, like, what does that look like for you? Is there a specific location you're looking to work?
I'm looking for work in North America, mostly in Canada, because my elder brother lives there. So,
Oh, okay.
um, but the main barrier is they are mostly looking for the U.S. citizens and Canadians, but
Mhm.
I'm looking for the remote job. So that's the main thing where I get rejected.
Yeah, and you know what I found that can be really helpful is looking at some of the larger consulting companies. Usually they can streamline some of, at least in the United States, that H1 sponsorship. You know, they typically kind of have a really good system for those kinds of things too. So that might be an avenue for you. What do you feel like your biggest strengths are, Zane?
Um, Learning new things, like having a thirst of how something works in the web development.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the thing.
What are some of your, like, how do you learn best? How do you learn new things best? Are you visual? Are you a reader?
Like
How do you learn best?
visual watching tutorials or sometimes reading articles. It
Very-
depends on the topic.
Yeah, depends on the topic. So reading articles, doing tutorials, that sort of thing. Very good. Anything that you would share that I haven't asked you?
uh,
What would people want to know about you?
I think you have asked a lot of questions.
I do ask a lot of questions. I love it. I think your experience and working in the paired environment, those agile ways of working, definitely sets you apart from a lot of the candidates that we talk to. That's super important. Well, thanks for taking time with us to talk this morning, Zane. And the position that you most desire, how would you classify that?
As a full stack web developer,
Okay.
maybe the junior role,
So an engineer
because
role, full
because
stack
because
development. Mhm.
because I don't have any industry level experience. That's why I would like to start from the junior level to gain experience.
Yeah. So an entry level full stack development position with a product company is really what we're looking
Yeah,
for. Awesome. And that
yeah,
really helps us in our community too, as we're looking for other opportunities. Folks can direct those job listings and things that they uncover your way as well. All right. Good stuff. Thank you, Zane.
thank you so much.
Mhm.